Want to take it further?
I'd like to.
So, what else does? Are you wanting to attract a relationship?
Yes. Because it happens, yes.
How do you want the relationship to feel? In other words, as you begin to, let's say now, and it's true for at least for now, you are. Your lover was just run over.
That's made dramatics.
Or you can look at that as the letting loose of
Yes.
the deconstruction. So as you acknowledge that you want a relationship, now let's start the reconstruction. So you are following that? So life gives you things to look at, and sometimes in the looking of them you would like them to change. But in the wanting them to change and the continuing to look at what you want to change, instead of it changing, it just becomes what you don't want just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger until it reaches a sort of breaking point or a tipping point where you care more about how you feel than that. And so that's what happened. It just got uncomfortable. And so then we talked you through sort of letting loose and deconstructing and coming into alignment. And now you're at that nice, smooth, pure place where now you want to begin to construct something. Only this time you're going to construct it from the inside out. In other words, you don't have to deconstruct. You don't have to talk about what you don't want. You can talk just purely about what you do want. So give us emotional words. And by that we mean be as specific as you can be while still staying in that vibrational place of alignment about it. So the relationship that I'm now in the process of defining or constructing or readying myself vibrationally for, or I could say the vibrational connecting points or bridges or paths that I'm building, the feelers that I'm putting out there, the data that I'm giving to the universe, because law of attraction is out there feeling around, just like the crawlers in the internet connections. In other words, the search engine is always afoot. So now the key words that I'm putting out there, the points that I'm putting out there to the universe are not anything about what I don't want. Otherwise, they'll come right to me and I'll have to deconstruct again. It's only about what I do want. So what is it that you want in a relationship? Central, core feelers that you're putting out there.
Again, the operative word is smooth, but I want to give because I want to give, and the person wants to give because they want to give.
Now, do you think that this is wise right here at the heart of this reconstruction to start with the issue that is the most troubling? In other words, as you start putting those feelers out, do you really think that's the best foundation or basis of the beginning of this reconstruction?
I'm kind of the person that likes to get the hard stuff out of the way, so...
We know that, but you know what happens? Hard stuff just clings to you.
That's true. The words... It's free and easygoing.
We know that, but we want to say it again.
Okay.
Is it really wise to start with the? In other words, we deconstructed the thought, but now you're reconstructing it again from the hard place. Can you feel what she's doing? So we want you to go to that smooth place and start from that place that feels good, and then work your way back out. You see, really, you wouldn't have to, and this is really the point of the deconstructing of thought and the offering of the meditation seed that we're talking about. When you accept that step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is you've had all of these exposures to all of these experiences, letting you know what you don't want and therefore causing you to put in your vortex what you do want. That's all done. Step 2 is Source has already standing there with a very clear vision and a very clear being of everything that you've ever asked for on every subject in your experience, and radiating a powerful signal. And law of attraction has already assembled all of the cooperative components. So every single thing that you want has already been vibrationally constructed. So when we talk about you constructing it, we're not talking about you building it from the ground up. We're talking about you now making the working electrical ways, the electrical vibrational ways between what you've already put there and where you are. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
And when you get more specific, then you can hold yourself into vibrational alignment. Then you make those working ways to the things you don't want rather than to the things that you do want. Do you believe us when we say that everything that you want is relative to the relationship or anything else is already amassed in that vortex, and that law of attraction has already assembled all of the cooperative components?
Yes, I do.
And if you do believe that, then can you hear us when we say, what's your easiest path to it? And for most of you, is to meditate, is to have no thought at all. For most of you, is to listen to the rhythm of your own breathing and have no thought at all. In other words, if you believe that law of attraction knows who you are and knows what you want, if you believe that the larger part of you has already vibrationally achieved it, then your work, your only work, your dominant work, your precise work, but your only work, the only thing you have to do, the only thing you have to do, we have to stay here. The only thing for you to do, the only thing for you to do, the only thing for you to do is no longer do that thing you've been doing by constructing the vibrational thought that takes you off your path. You just have to do whatever it takes to stay on your path. Who knew? In other words, it's such an interesting thing. Abraham, do you mean that to get everything that I want, I have to stop trying, because in the trying, I'm constructing the path more to what I don't want? And we say, that's pretty much what we're saying.
Okay.
You've already done the work. You did the work when you sifted through the data. You did the work when you launched. You were doing the work when you were feeling clung to. You were doing the work when you were aware of what you don't want. Now your work is to allow the universe to yield to you everything that you've put there, which means you talk about your relationship in terms of the way it feels. It feels easy. It feels smooth. It feels ever present. It feels like there's nothing that I have to do. It feels like law of attraction has taken care of it. It feels like it's meant to be. It feels like we're really right for each other. It feels really good to be together. It feels free and easy to be together. Conversation just flows easily. It feels wonderful. It feels like homecoming. When we come into an environment where we're together after we've been apart, it always feels like something is better now that we have rendezvoused than it was just a moment ago when we weren't. It feels free in the sense that there isn't anything that I need to do. It feels easy in the sense that we are just comfortable with one another. It feels progressive in the sense that we are helping one another expand. It feels like love. It feels wonderful to hold someone as my object of attention and feel the fullness of who I am. It's so nice to have someone to love and to know that they don't even have to be lovable in order for me to love them. It feels right because I know that law of attraction has brought it together. It feels simple because I didn't have to bang it into place. I let the powerful laws of the universe deliver it to me. I look forward to the unfolding of this. There isn't anything I have to do or need to do. I so trust in the laws of the universe. And by the way I feel right now, I know that I'm allowing the universe to deliver to me what I put into my vortex. I recognize that I can't even articulate with any sort of specifics everything that I put there because I've been putting it there over such a long period of time. But I feel confident. I'm sure that what I've put there has amassed into something that's really wonderful. And I know that law of attraction will lovingly deliver to me the clues to get me to where I'm wanting to be. I feel no lack or no absence in not knowing right now, this red hot minute, who it is or where they are or when they will come or how we will meet. None of that matters. All of that is irrelevant. Law of attraction's got that all queued up. All I have to know is it's going to be fun in the unfolding. It will feel easy and smooth. My work is done. My life experience has caused me to do the work, and now I'm just deconstructing any thought that would make any trouble in the pathways that I've been orchestrating. The pathways have have been laid. Law of attraction knows those powerful pathways. There's no way that I can possibly miss on this. This isn't something that's iffy. This isn't something that's tentative. This isn't even something that's only probable. This is something that is absolute. This is something that is sure. This is the way creation works. This is who I am. That's why I've come forth. Life is supposed to be good for me. Everywhere I go, the universe is lining up things for me. And I've now figured out how to be wholly a vibrational match to everything that I've put there. And now my life is about my joyous observation of all of the ramifications and evidence and specifics of what I've been putting there. I've got a feeling that the law of attraction is going to yield to me with great specifics, things that are just going to knock me over, and it is only in the seeing of them that I will then remember the vibrational components of when I put them there. I've done a really good job of building this escrow. It's been in motion for a really long time, and I'm just now, because of the relationships I've just recently been living, come to the very conscious awareness that I am now ready to let all of this be yielded to me in the most smooth and comfortable way possible. It's really fun to begin to reap the manifestational benefits of what I've been putting into my vortex for a long period of time. I so love creation. I so love the universe and law of attraction's ability to deliver to me precisely what I've been asking for. And I stand wholly and completely in a state of allowing the universe to yield to me these things, not this thing, these things that I want. And in all of that, there was not one word of, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do this and I'm going to call this person and I'm going to make it happen. There wasn't any of that. It's turning yourself over, not just to the universe, not just to God force, not just to your vortex, turning yourself over to your understanding of your own well-being. That's what's central to all of this, you see. In all that we've offered you here, the dominant thing that we've wanted to activate within each and every one of you is the knowledge that you deserve well-being and that you have been playing it all just right and that the well-being is queued up and that the universe is a loving and benevolent force and that well-being is yours to be had and that there is no earning or justifying that has to be done on your part. You don't have to justify anything, really. Your work is to chill. Your work is to relax. Your work is to bask. Your work is to love. Your work is to be smooth. Your work is to just let it be. Your work is to just trust. Your work is to know. Your work is to love yourself. Your work is to trust source. Your work is to trust the laws. You're getting the sense of what we're talking about. Just giving you as many words as we can find that resonate with that tactile, visceral feeling of well-being. Really good, really good, really good. Thank you.